first thing you think of when you see this picture? Multiple personalities, bipolar? That's what I would think when I see that too, but that's not the case. This picture is of schizophrenia. It's a chronic, severe, and disabling brain disorder. In earlier times, people were punished for having this brain defect. You may think you know what schizophrenia is, but really most people have no idea what it really comes down to. I am here today to inform you about schizophrenia and what it truly is. The reason I found this topic so interesting is because everyone really knows what it is, but no one knows what causes it. I encourage you all to stay through the whole presentation and learn more about this syndrome. Schizophrenia occurs in only 1% of the population, but in that percentage, hundreds of people struggle day to day. So what exactly is schizophrenia? It is a serious disorder which affects how a person thinks, feels, and acts. Someone with schizophrenia may have difficulty distinguishing between what is real and imaginary, may be unresponsive or withdrawn, and may have difficulty expressing normal emotions in social situations. Scientists believe there are several genes contributing to this disease. There is not one certain gene that's called the schizophrenic gene. Some scientists even believe that schizophrenia can be caused by a viral infection, immune system attack, or a mutation caused by radiation. However, none of these things would cause the disease to be passed on in a family, and it always is, which leads us to think that it's genetic. Schizophrenia has no regards to age, gender, or race. It's not multiple personalities, and it's not split personalities. It is not caused by bad parenting or a rough childhood. It's simply something that is defective in your brain. The first symptoms usually occur in women before men, and it happens between the age of 13 and 25. The first stage is called the prodromal period, which happens in the teen years. They start by isolating themselves, changing their group of friends, increase in suspicious thoughts. Oftentimes we don't recognize these as schizophrenic symptoms because many teens do this anyways if they're just having trouble in high school. Hearing or seeing something that isn't there, a feeling of being watched, strange way of speaking or writing, feeling indifferent to the world, a change in personal hygiene, change in personality, withdrawal from social life, irrational, angry, or fearful, inability to sleep, bizarre behavior, and an extreme interest in a new religion or cult are all symptoms of schizophrenia. Symptoms include hallucinations, delusions, thought disorders, and movement disorders. The most common symptoms are delusions, which are false ideas, and hallucinations, which are seeing things that aren't there. There are multiple types of schizophrenia. There's not just one. Paranoid schizophrenia is when a person feels extremely suspicious, like everyone's out to get them, and they have a feeling that they have to run away from everyone. Disorganized schizophrenia is incoherent speech and thought, so they don't think that people are necessarily out to get them, but they hear things in their head that are telling them to speak differently than what they need to. Catatonic schizophrenia is when a person is withdrawn, mute, negative, or they sit in unusual body positions. Usually they're mute or negative because the voices in their head are telling them things. Residual schizophrenia. People don't experience hallucinations or delusions in this type of schizophrenia, but they just have simply no motivation for life. Schizoaffective disorder is when a person has symptoms of schizophrenia and a serious disorder like depression. People with first-degree relatives with schizophrenia have a 10% higher chance of developing this disease, and people with second-degree relatives have a higher risk also. The risk is highest for an identical twin of a person with schizophrenia. He or she has a 40 to 65% chance of developing this disorder. Research for this disease is ongoing, therefore it is impossible to genetically predict whom will or will not have this disease. When the correct medicine is given, these schizophrenic symptoms go away. But the problem occurs when people think they're better, so they stop taking their medicine and then all the symptoms come back. But they don't think that those symptoms are from schizophrenia. They think it's just their normal thoughts. Those suffering from schizophrenia were once thought to be possessed by demons and were feared, punished, and locked up. This disease continues to confound all health professions, and it never goes away. It takes lifetime care. Schizophrenia is a serious disease that is taken way too lightly. People don't realize how serious this really is. My mother works with schizophrenic people, and she comes home with amazing stories every day about the way our brain can work. There is really nothing we can do for these people but be there to support them and give them medications. All in all, this speech was meant to inform you of schizophrenia and what it really is, because many people don't know. Schizophrenic people are just like us. They have just something extra in their brain that causes them to see our amazing world a little different. My name is Hannah Hunter. Thank you all for being here and listening.